Good morning. This is Ozarks Fox AM.
Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Ozarks Fox AM. I'm Jeremy Rabe with my special guest co-host of the day, my good friend, Callie Carroll.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so happy to be here this morning.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're here. Love you so much. You work at Old Missouri Bank, which I've used before.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Shout out to Old Missouri Bank.
Yes, I will always take the shout out. So,
Of course.
yes, I do business development for them, but this kind of brings back some old memories.
Well, I know we're going to talk about it later, but I have to say the first time I met you, I fanned out because you were in one of my favorite reality shows from like 2015-ish.
Yes, I was 22 years old.
Are you serious?
I was just a baby.
It was so good. It was called Breaking Greenville, about a very small news station in Greenville.
Yes, it was about local TV news, which everybody I think loves to see the behind the scenes. So it was a peek into behind the scenes, and it just showed our life.
Did you have fun doing it?
It was. I geeked out over seeing the behind the scenes, like seeing all the cameras. So I would be in the news studio like this with the regular camera, and then there would be 4 different cameras like filming that. It was neat to see the behind the scenes and hear all the ins and outs of what happens in reality TV.
Because you had come on, I think, last year for something or the year before, and I was just like, I kept looking at you going, I know you.
I know this girl.
I know you.
I know this girl.
And then when you said that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I was like, I wanted a season 2.
Yes, I know. That was the problem is this show aired on True TV and we all got jobs elsewhere. So poor planning on that part, but it was a fun experience, you know. We did 8 episodes, so a full season, and
it was so fun.
It was fun. It was great times. Learned a lot. I learned a lot. What's funny is all of our team was from LA, but my audio guy was from Missouri. He was from the Big Hill, so we had the Missouri connection.
Well, this is, I mean, come on, you're a Missouri girl. How fun is that?
Yes. So good memories.
Great memories. I loved that show. I was like, oh my God, I met Callie Carroll.
Yes.
It was such a fun show.
My mom gets jealous every time I get to be around you because she's like, Jeremy's fabulous. All of the DIY. She loves the DIY. And
which we were talking, you recently renovated a home.
Yes.
I just renovated my home, and now, by the way, well, I got the tree removed yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I seriously I've never been that depressed on a birthday before in my life.
I felt so.
I was at home almost crying just because I looked at my house, I was like, anyway, I called my insurance. By the way, great people at my insurance agency. I called these people who recommended the tree person. They got the tree off. They're hoping to come and tarp it today so that no inclement weather coming up this week might. Oh, here's my house right here.
Uh-oh.
There's the tree on my house.
I didn't want to ask about it because I was like, oh, that's
it's a very large tree.
Yeah.
And it fell and it hit, and you can't even really see all the damage. And there's me just reacting, almost on verge of tears.
Oh, I would be crying.
It's not fun.
Oh.
So the tree guy came out, by the way, got it off the roof, got it away from the house, which is great. So now you can see all the damage. So now it's even worse because you can see the holes in the roof. And we got to tarp this.
Well, Natalie gave you good weather today.
Yes.
So
we're hoping, Natalie, it lasts, until rain coming the end of the week, get it tarped.
Yeah.
But then I did. I took him around my house and go, okay, here's my house. Yeah. Here are the trees. I want you to come back. I'll pay you, just hire you to come out and take all the trees close to my house.
Get the trees so this won't happen again.
I don't want this ever to happen again.
Yeah. Oh, what a bummer. And on your birthday.
What are the odds?
I'm sorry.
I told you, so many of my friends and family have messaged going, you cannot catch a break. The last 8 days from my appendectomy to my birthday, I was like, things have got to get better.
Tell them when I told you this.
Oh, no, Callie, you tell them.
I put it in the universe.
You did.
I said, buddy, things come in 3s.
I can't handle it
I know,
anymore.
but we're going to think of something else that maybe bad happened to you.
Okay.
And that's your 3rd.
And maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's the 3rd. Natalie, thanks for joining us, first of all. Yeah. So do you think the weather, can I get it tarped in time?
They're doing it today.
I hope so. That's the plan.
Yeah, I think so. I think you'll be good. Yeah, I know. I feel awful for him. That's such a bummer, too. You just finished the renovations. And
it was all pretty and shiny and new.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, I loved my siding, I loved my trim. Brand new roof, not even a year old.
Oh.
Not even a year.
That just hurts my heart.
I know.
A little bit. I know. I get it.
That's
awful.
awful.
I get it.
That's awful. But welcome, Callie. I love your earrings.
Thank you.
Love those. So I think a long time ago, Callie was an intern while I was across town working.
I was. So yeah, we've known each other. She knew me even babyer Callie. I think I was 19.
I did watch some episodes of your show.
Yes.
I did.
Yes, good
That was so
times.
fun.
It was, and it was like on the same time, the same station that did the Branson show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Branson
Oh,
famous.
yeah.
Yes.
So, Missouri connection.
That's
while
too
I was
fun.
living in Mississippi.
Yeah. Do people ever see you in like, maybe not now?
They still do, and they're like,
Really?
what? And I'm like, well, it makes me feel, I'm like, do I still look like I'm 22?
Hey!
I don't. But yeah, I think it's the voice. When people hear me talk, they're like, I've heard that before.
Usually I go in public and look so bad that then they
Oh.
hear me talk and they're like,
Exactly.
Oh.
I get that. And you always see people when you're like, I just got done with a run and I look like this, but you hear my voice.
Yes,
It's so
I
true.
understand that. Okay, guys, how often do you fly out of the Kansas City airport?
I've only done it once,
Okay.
and it was a nightmare.
Callie? Oh, really?
I am a Springfield. I try to fly out of Springfield
me
as
too.
much as possible.
Absolutely. No, I flew out of Kansas City. We were having a baseball tournament. I can't remember but my family and I did that this summer. And I was a little upset with it because we went hungry and there was absolutely
No
nowhere
food.
to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
However, we have good news for those flying out of the Kansas City airport. Anytime soon, a $1.5 billion terminal is set to open today. The city broke ground on the terminal project in early March of 2019. So it's been a while. That was before COVID. It includes new parking, new security, new restaurants, and more. The new terminal is still located on the Kansas City International Airport property. Crews demolished the old Terminal A to build this particular terminal. For navigation purposes, you can put one Kansas City Boulevard, Kansas City, Missouri, into your GPS device. Crews built a new parking garage just across the street from the new terminal. I wish that parking garage was free. I'm sure it's not.
Wow.
We do have a great article coming up on ozarksfirst.com with everything you need to know if you're flying out of KCI anytime soon. Or MCI. I think that's what you type in, MCI.
Oh, MCA, yeah.
The KC,
That sounds
if you're
familiar.
flying out of KC anytime soon.
Food is always good. I feel like that's always a good.
See, that was my issue when I flew out of there. I didn't have food options, and I just thought it was very old,
It is.
not taken care of. It looked run down. It was
Not
just
anymore.
very.
Yeah.
Not
This is a great improvement.
It is
Yeah,
good.
isn't that
Okay,
exciting?
I'm in favor of that now.
Yes.
Maybe I'll try that. The reason I went up there to fly is because I wanted a direct flight.
Yes,
So I
I
drove to
get it.
KC because I'm
get
sick of
it.
all the layovers that take you out of the way
Yes.
to get you to your destination.
I get
Here's a good question for you guys. What's your favorite airport? Like, Springfield's great because it's small.
Yes.
But like, if you're flying out, what do you like to? Do you have one that you like?
I mean, I like Charlotte because
The
they have the
rocking
rocking chairs.
chairs.
It's so just, like, oh, this is
Kinda
home.
homey.
And there's a Chick-fil-A there, so I can
there you
get my
go.
Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
go rock on the rocking
Yeah.
chair.
I love the Springfield Airport. I know it's. I just think.
I like
love
that
it.
it's, and I was
It's
there
in and out.
yesterday coming back, but I was left for the weekend. I got in through security in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
From the time I checked my bag,
No time
all
to
the way
lie.
through. I'm like, that's my kind of airport.
And I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm from Dallas, so I like the Dallas airport. But
There's
I'm
shopping
just used to
options
it.
there,
Yes,
which
and
is
food.
There's lots of food options at the
Yeah.
Dallas airport.
Just saying.
It's
Yeah.
just not quite as quick as the
Yeah.
Springfield airport.
yes.
Well, I had been delayed for 8 hours one time with just me and my children at the Springfield airport, and they kept delaying it like little by little, so like you couldn't leave.
Oh,
that was
wow.
a long day. But
Yeah.
my kids remember that as one of their favorite traveling experiences.
Oh,
Isn't that
well,
weird.
That's
silver
crazy.
lining.
For them anyway. Okay, do we have time for another story? My
think
friends
so.
have left me. Okay. This is a Jen story, and Jen's very good at pronunciations. I am not, so bear with me. Paraguay's orchestra of recycled instruments. They gave an unprecedented concert yesterday. Where else but near a landfill? In the city of La Paz. They wanted to raise awareness about the environment and the importance of workers who collect trash. The group, made up of young people no older than 20 years old, performs music with instruments made from solid waste they built themselves. So far, they have performed in 51 countries around the world. That's amazing in and of itself. The audience was made up of authorities, neighbors, and mainly the staff of the urban cleaning company and waste workers, which I have to say, that's the prettiest landfill I've ever seen.
Very nice.
Wow.
That's a nice view, right?
Yeah. Now, I've never been to a landfill.
You've never seen one?
No, I've never been to one. Like, I've seen them on TV.
Yes.
But do they smell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I would assume.
Not great. Not great.
So, that concert was.
I did
It was
notice
smelly, for sure.
they weren't doing
Yeah.
any horns, probably because I couldn't breathe. So they had to do a violin.
Or maybe those are harder to make somehow.
They
Definitely.
had to do the strings. No one wants to put their mouth on that.
Nothing with breast support is
Yes.
needed for those. That's
no,
hilarious.
thank
Good
you.
point.
Good point. Very good point.
I remember we lived in New Mexico, there wasn't a lot to do, so it was always like, let's go to the
Landfill for fun?
Let's not go to the landfill.
No, you did not,
if
Natalie.
we went to dump stuff off, we're like, everybody in the car.
It was a party.
that was
At the
during
landfill.
lockdown. That was all that was open.
So her kids like to go to the airport and hang out all day and go to the landfill.
Now they're a little bit more upscale now.
Okay, can I ask a very dumb question?
Yeah.
Where is our local landfill?
Out 13, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
13.
So if you're going to Kansas City, you can see it on your way.
How have I never noticed that?
I haven't noticed the sign.
I've driven to Kansas City a million times on 13.
On the road.
Yeah, like over towards like Fantastic Caverns. Over
Yes.
I had no. Oh my gosh, guys, you are.
We'll take you on a
educating me.
field trip. Natalie will take you.
Ooh,
Everybody in the
field
car.
Going to the
Let's pick up our
landfill.
trash.
Oh my gosh, Natalie, you drive. I'll get snacks.
Yes. We'll make it a day.
Yes, I'll bring my violin. I'm made out of landfill.
See, that's the
Perfect.
song while
Yes.
we do that. Okay.
Yeah.